and all that, bro. I'm about to stop smoking, bro. I'm good like that. I want to better myself.
Yo, bro. So you're gonna try to elevate your life and leave us in the dust? That what you trying to tell niggas right now? You think you better than niggas now? You can't smoke some weed?
Bro, why you putting it like that, bro? It's not that deep, bro. I just want to, I feel like the weed is slowing me down.
Bro, my son's at Pac-Man. They got some fire shit, bro. Come on. It's but one spliff, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm quitting that shit, bro. I'm not jacking that, bro.
Now niggas trying to amount to something?
Bro, we can't be doing this shit every day, bro. The same routine every day.
If you live up, then we gonna just be down here, bro. What the hell? We gotta all be bums together.
Nah, bro. That was crazy. Bro, do you hear yourself right now, bro?
You want to smoke this shit, gang? Pac-Man.
Guys, all right, guys, I'm in here. I had to log into my other device. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, we having a real windy day up here. They already had some alerts out talking about how it's going to be a little bit, problem or whatever. So I was kind of prepared for it. I'm back here, y'all. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me clearly and anything like that. We're going to get this going. All right, so, man, let me just jump into this. Let me talk about Miss Pam real quick. First of all, Miss Pam, I don't know if you suffer from paranoid delusions or something like that, or I don't know what the case may be with her, but I'm going to say it like this. You know what I'm saying? Like that last video I did, as many of y'all see there, y'all can't hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear me nice and clear. Miss Pam, I ain't got no problem with you. I really don't. I don't even know where you get this synthesized thought and process in your mind that I had a problem with you. I appreciate the 90-day boys coming through. And they said specifically what I'd always been saying already in like 3 podcasts already, which I know you heard. So which is leading me now to believe that Miss Pam did what she did today on purpose for views. I don't think Miss Pam likes men of color. I really don't. I think a lot of those women that were in that chat today that were just talking horribly about me. Don't worry, y'all. I'm going to get some music going here. Women that was in there just talking reckless about me. There was one woman that was calling up to him. Lady, I've never talked to you before in my life. I don't know who the fuck you are. That's as simple as that goes. I don't know who the hell you are. I literally don't. And I'm sitting up here and I'm listening to these women just talk so matter-of-factly about me. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck did I do to y'all? See, Miss Pam, what you left out the conversation and I don't like, and I think it's some Chuck shit, is this right here. One, let's start here. Number one, Miss Pam, when you was talking to me at the beginning of the conversation, you make it look like I just came in there and it was night and day just right there. That's not what happened. And when they go back and play the video, unless you had edited it or something like that, they're going to see that. I got excerpts of it anyway, so it don't matter. If you do that, I'll play it. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all didn't watch the video that she has posted up, that she's had posted up for about 3 days now, if y'all ain't watched the video, in the video, her and I are having a real good conversation. I thought it was going to stay there. She circumnavigated the conversation in the beef when she had Night and Day come up on the channel. That's just what it is. I don't care what you say. You understand what I'm saying? She didn't know our past problems or whatever. And I want to thank Night and Day again for coming through, you know what I'm saying, and writing what they wrote. Niggas is in there questioning about money and talking about niggas' private business. And all. I'm like, yo, I thought this shit was done. I thought niggas was done. Like, evidently not. This is the way these chicks roll. You should be ashamed of yourself, Miss Pam. Like, real talk. You should really be ashamed of yourself. Like, everything that you say, and I thought you were, you're not at all. 6 times here. 6 times here on this channel. 6 times. I have come to the defense of this woman. And I didn't even know this woman. Now I want to underline this. This ain't the first time that I do this. See, what it is you got a lot of these women that don't come from backgrounds where it's strong men. That's for one. You have a lot of these women that are on these podcasts and everything else in the audience mostly that don't like strong men. A lot of these women are misandrous. A lot of these women, they hate their baby daddy. A lot of these women are lesbians. A lot of these women are bisexual. A lot of these women are a whole bunch of different things. And you're never able to take a correct demographic of what these women are based on the fact that you don't know them. That's why I was even more confused when I heard Miss Pam say, I met a lot of friends online. What are those? Those are the people that you're going to use to take down other people? Like, what kind of fuck shit are y'all niggas on? Because that's what that sound like. That sound like some fuck nigga shit. See, I don't have y'all ever noticed the motherfuckers is calling somebody else out is really the motherfuckers you should be calling out. People should really be calling you out right now, Miss Pam. Because the only thing they got to do is go back and look at the video and they're going to see. When I was talking to you, Miss Pam, I had the utmost respect for you. You asked me questions, I answered them. I wasn't mean to you. I wasn't passive aggressive to you. I wasn't anything of the matter to you. Matter of fact, I had talked to you previously before that, and the conversation was calm then. Because quite frankly, Miss Pam, I don't walk around just arguing with bitches. I fuck bitches, and beautiful ones. I talk the way I talk, and I move the way I move, because that's me. This is the environment I live up here. You said you've been up in here before. Well, the difference between you and I is this. I live here. And I know how these people move around. I know how these people motivate. Now, this is the thing for me. You didn't tell your audience to go reference the video, Miss Pam, and see where from the top in the beginning, you and I were having a calm conversation. And that's why, you know what? That's why I put my other joint on mute, because I said, let me start over. You know what I'm saying? Let me be a little bit more considerate, a little bit more nice. I'm going to offer you something that you didn't offer me. You didn't even invite me to come on your podcast today and defend myself. Right then and there, I would have had somebody say, oh, that's Chuck. But you let all these strangers that never met me before in their entire life come up and say all kinds of shit about me. Let me tell you about a lot of those girls that I blocked. And what you'll find in their own in due time yourself, since you're so fucking smart. A lot of those girls, they go from podcast to podcast to podcast. I looked at your chat as you were still live after I just finished the other one. I looked at your chat. That's how I was able to catch Night and Day shit, what they said. Salute to them boys for doing that. I appreciate that. Oh, y'all surprised by that? Y'all thought we going to war? That's what it seemed like you was trying to do, Miss Pat. You was trying to ignite something again. That ain't trying to be a calmer. That's not being a mediator. That's somebody that's doing shit for views. My argument and their argument they had with me, only ones that were beknownst to that was myself, them, Jaguar, Wright, and maybe possibly what's that chick's name? Kimmy. That's it. That wasn't even your conversation to have. That's the whole point of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if two chicks are fighting and arguing or whatever, it's not me just walking through the mall or walking downtown or whatever the fuck. It's not my motherfucking duty to interact with that motherfucking progression that's getting ready to happen in front of me. It's not my duty. And if you do that, good luck to you in New York City. But that's not my duty. You understand what I'm saying? Nor is it your duty to elect yourself, not knowing me. You've never talked to me a day in your life before that day. Never. I have never spoken. This woman is talking on her podcast like me and her have a prior motherfucking relationship. We don't have a prior fucking relationship. I did not know you. The only reason I came on your show and I felt comfortable on going on your show, and anybody knows me and they know my show, they know that I don't fucking do interviews. This is exactly why I don't do them. This is exactly why. And you know what you'll also find? You'll find the biggest of your stars. They'll say the same thing to you. I don't do interviews. For the longest time, Dame Dash, I don't do interviews. Longest time, Jay-Z, I don't do interviews. Kanye, I don't do interviews. That's why he always does it with podcasts, because he controls the environment. I don't do interviews with podcasters because of pure simple fact, I can control the environment over here. And what you might find erratic or mad, and I don't know how many of y'all are really as intelligent as you pretend you do. Like the worlds that y'all try to pretend that y'all living in, I actually live in those worlds. I come from those worlds. So that's why I know what everything that y'all are saying and projecting is a fallacy. Y'all have this contention in the back of your mind that you have this decadent, because, you know, by Miss Pam's words, I don't know how to articulate myself. That was the funniest shit you said in the whole live. I don't know how to articulate myself when I'm angry. Yet and still, you were cursing and yelling when you were talking about some chick that you didn't like that was a vlogger. You called all kinds of B words and all kinds of shit. You twisted my words, Miss Pam. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why, other than you was under the direction by somebody to do so. Question is, who was that individual and why? I don't get on here and fucking with other podcasters just to fuck with podcasters. I don't do that. Anytime that you said something about me or whatever the case is, but I'm going to break down what really went down. And night and day, pardon me, this is going to be the only time I talk about this shit. We done already said our words or whatever as G's, and that's just what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So don't take this like I'm bringing it back up, but this is what she wanted us to do. So who better to do it than ourselves? You understand what I'm saying? I don't need Miss Pam. Like I said, once again, I don't need a chick talking for me. I don't need no bras talking for me. And I'm going to tell you what I meant by that, too. It wasn't a chauvinist comment. It was a comment of a nigga, and you should have been able to recognize this his whole entire life taking care of bitches. The current situation I'm in is because I was with a bitch for 7 years that I very much loved. And was a black chick. Don't tell me I don't respect. She was a Muslim. I respected her off the bat because I know where she come from. That's why I picked her. But you chicks, you do shit for vanity reasons. You do things to get more subscribers. You only got 1,000+ subscribers. You do things for hit pieces and talk about people so you can move up the ranks. But the problem is there's 1,000,001 bitches doing that shit. So what makes you unique? Nothing. Now, while you were live and you didn't know it, I had about 4 or 5 of my partners come over there and check you out, see what you was talking about. These are industry people. These are friends of mine, and they were on my podcast. I grabbed the link, sent them over there, and they heard everything you had to say, and they couldn't even believe it either. Because these are the same people I had sent previously the video that I was in over there. And they peeped the same shit. It's like, why shorty bringing people on the screen? Y'all got to understand. Miss Pam did not allow me the chance to say whether or not I wanted to talk to Night and Day or not, even though she didn't know our situation. So let me give you a case and example. This happens a lot. A chick, you be out with a chick or some shit like that, right? You cooling and everything like that or whatever. She telling you the whole time she's single, right? Next thing you know, here comes some nigga popping up or whatever the case may be out of nowhere. He sideswipe you or whatever the case may be. You like, boom, what the fuck happened? Oh, she ain't tell you? She just broke up with him 2 weeks ago. See, you don't know the full story. See what I'm saying? These people that are talking, these are not people that are familiar with how the world really goes. These are people that live in their own little bubbles, and they create scenarios in their mind how they think the world should go according to themselves. But this is not the way the world goes. In most places. I've been in every major city in the United States. 10 times over with Bad Boy Entertainment. Time after time after again, whether it be the W, Fountain Blue, I done stayed in the best of them. You are not going to compete with me with that bullshit. Because I did that shit 15 years ago when most motherfuckers and still are dreaming about that shit. So all this, see, what really happens is this is a psychological ploy, but I'm gonna tell you what I mean. She didn't allow me to have a choice whether or not I wanted somebody else invited in the friendly conversation. Her and I were having at the time, Miss Pam, if you remember, we were having a conversation about the industry and you asked me something else at the time. And then you segued into that because you knew what you were doing. You know what you were doing. Come on, Mom, if you ain't never kept it real in your life, you knew what you was doing. Is that fair? And I don't blame you. I hear you. If I was just coming up, I might have did some shit like that too. I doubt it. That ain't my style. But you knew what you was doing. Just like as of today, you knew what you was doing. But don't you sit there and lie to your crowd, Miss Pam, and tell your crowd porgy pies. When I didn't do nothing like that to you, you let that woman get in your ear. If you that easily convinced, you definitely ain't a motherfucker I want to know. That's the broad. Like you give her the shipment. You know what I'm saying? Yo, take that over to Joe over there. You know what I'm saying? She stopped somewhere halfway in between, stop at the store and shit. And now a nigga tell some nigga in the store randomly, yo, I got, you know what I'm saying, some shit for Joe. I gotta go. You got some shit for Joe? What you got? Hey, yo, Mom, what you about to do? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like she one of them type of chicks. Dizzy. Let a bitch convince you of some shit that you don't even fucking know in real life. The fuck? Yo, that's why I don't fuck with these country niggas. I don't fuck with these country niggas, yo, because all them, let me tell you something. All them country bitches, they'll sell you out in a minute. I'm trying to tell you, like they'll sell you out. It don't even matter if you're from down south. All them country bitches, they'll sell you out in a minute. Most of the time they live on their own philosophies, you know what I'm saying, or what they interpret of life based off their country little environments, and they try to adapt that and push it out to everybody else. That's what that evangelist such and such broad tried to do. So when this conversation was already heated between Night and Day and myself, and then it transcended a little bit more, and she just got caught up in the middle of it. You know, I'll say it again, like I said before. You don't sit there and jump in the argument of two niggas motherfucking arguing. You understand what I'm saying? And like Miss Pam, since you want to throw shit out there, some subs or whatever. I mean, I really don't fucking care. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're going to need more than one nigga for me. So don't throw no subs. You understand what I'm saying? Because I ain't even come at you like that. So I don't even know why you came out like that, what you said. I caught that shit too. But it's all good. What's going on, Ruby Johnson? Since we sitting up here and we talking about that, Miss Pam, let's talk about this. You brought that broad in there, and you said that broad was there to mediate myself and Night and Day and our little pinochle that we were having. Let's say that, right? If that's the case, and that's her duty, and that's her merit as a motherfucking YouTuber, as you're saying, right? How come last night when I was over there with King motherfucking Payne, you understand what I'm saying? How come over there when them chicks and them bitches was over there arguing and shit, calling each other bitch over and over and over and over and over? What was those disrespect advocacy shits then? Because I missed that shit and I was there the whole motherfucking time. Where was motherfucking Miss motherfucking Evangelist such and such? She was in the chat, he, ha, he. But when some motherfucking men do it, when she jumped in the middle, let me tell you something. I come from a well-respected military family. So the shit that you talking about right now is Chuck. Everybody that knows me in the music business respects me upon my presence because I've always been the same stand-up motherfucker as I am. So I definitely don't need the metrics of a whole motherfucking, the metrics of some motherfuckers in the chat room to tell me who the fuck I am. I know who the fuck I am. I've always been the same motherfucker. And you can call it being angry, you can call it being mad, whatever. What it is when you have docile men around you and docile men talking a certain octave or whatever, you become used to that docileness. Or when you live around men that allow you to say and speak and move any other type of way that you want to fucking move all the time, which many of you women understand what the fuck I'm talking about, because y'all know some bras like that, or you know some families like that, or even have family members like that that allow that shit with their children. Some of these women, they move in a way that is disrespectful. What you did, Miss Pam, was disrespectful. Because out of the whole conversations I've had since that podcast, never one time disrespected you, Ma. I never one time came on my mouth about you. I never one time. In fact, I avoided mentioning you, and I was just mentioning Evangelist such and such. But let me continue. Evangelist such and such last night when she was on OKP's channel, she was in there and she didn't see me at first. So she wrote a reply to somebody, and I said, how come Evangelist such and such? This is the fraud ass bitch you rolling with. Okay? This is the fraud ass bitch you stood on everything with today. All right, and on my mama, everybody in there saw it. And if you don't believe me, go back, and the only thing you gotta do is fast forward to that part where Jaguar Wright come in, and you're gonna see first it's 4 women arguing. Then it's motherfucking 6 women arguing. Then it's bitches arguing in the chat. Bitches just arguing, you know, screaming and shit. You understand what I'm saying? And if you don't like the word bitch, then don't go watch that replay of Official King Pain, because that's what these chicks was in there doing. They was in there calling each other bitches and hoes and sluts and every fucking thing else. I was fucking there. And now one of these bitches was offended when motherfucking bitches was saying that. It's the hypocrisy for me. Because Miss Evangelist such and such that says she was intervening and she was there on the behalf of Miss Pam to mediate these 2 bros brothers. Now, what you thought was you thought niggas didn't have control. You looked down upon us. That's the reality of it. You look down upon us. You think I ain't never seen that attitude before, Miss Pam? I seen that attitude 20 times fucking over. I worked in the corporate motherfucking world. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how many times I walked into an office building or walked into a video shoot or walked into a restaurant, walked into the hotel, and there's a black woman there, and you know how many times that black woman will fucking look down on you and not realize her reality, that you the one in the struggle position, not me. You the one that got hopes and dreams of where I'm already at. You the one that has not lived the experience I done had. And I don't care what you tell yourself. I don't care how many motherfucking trips you go down to Cabo, New Mexico. I don't give a fuck how many times you go to cheap ass Jamaica, the West Indies, or any of them motherfucking dirtbag ass motherfucking Caribbean countries. And I'm from the Caribbean. We know that. If you from the Caribbean, you want to go down to the Caribbean because your family there. You don't go to the Caribbean to vacation. Or if you from there, you go back and buy a house. You don't go down there to chill. You only go back there because your family there. Everybody know that. Entonces, sabe la gente latino a ese. Esta morena ahí. Anyway. Esa puñeta morena ahí. Entonces, sabe las mujeres. São bom chanchero, pero on YouTube. Bom chanchero. Sempre é bom chanchero. Esta la mujer na grita. Anyway, listen. This shit is funny. You allowed that woman to come up and get tased. See, when you enter a conversation like that, let me tell you what happened. See, I don't know where y'all live at, but where I live at, shit different. So if you would have entered that conversation, anybody in New York, if you disagree with me, speak up right now. Speak up right now and tell me I'm wrong. As she had done that in New York in real life, anything could have happened to you. You could have got smacked up. You could have got stabbed. Niggas could have shot at you. Anything could have happened. You understand what I'm saying? But you made the move. And Miss Pam, you say you been in New York before. You don't know the vibes? You don't know the vibes up here? Oh, this is a different world up here. This ain't where you from. This ain't where you from. This is where I live. Feel me? So it's like, to me, it was just like, that shit was so chuck. Because it was like, yo, had I done that to her, it would have been all hell to pay. Say you came up to my podcast, right? And I invited you to my podcast. I said, hey, we're going to have a quick conversation. I want to interview you, this, that, and the third. And the way you convinced me that you're a good interviewer is that you throw me in the mix of 2 people that at the time we beefing. Then you think it's a good idea to come in and make yourself look like the savior, because that's what motherfuckers like you do. You create the problem and then you create the solution the same. Kind of like any other war industry. Like, I don't know, General Electric when my uncle used to work in product development, shit like that. You create the problem and you create the solution. Same thing pharmaceutical companies do. A lot of times, believe it or not, they create the solution and let a long-standing pestering problem linger so it'll collect more motherfucking work. You chose to have the antidote and wasn't asked for the antidote, miss. And your neglect of motherfucking mentioning that in the conversations that you had with your crowd today is the fucking problem I have. You don't tell me how to fucking speak. And I don't have to fucking respect you. I respected you because of the person I previously interacted with. Not this motherfucker that you presenting on the motherfucking screen right now. I don't know who this motherfucker is. You understand what I'm saying? But I won't have it. You talking about disrespect, bro. You spent the whole fucking hour and some change just disrespecting me and allowed other motherfuckers to disrespect you too. Disrespect me too. I didn't do that on my shit. I could have hit the link. I know what a link is and all that shit. I could have dropped the link. Hey, everybody want to talk shit about Miss Pam? Join on up. I didn't do that. I didn't even mention you. I didn't even look at it as I was disrespecting you because I wasn't talking to you. But motherfuckers, this is YouTube. Motherfuckers come to your page every fucking day and say shit. Do you cuss them motherfuckers out? Do you have all-out campaigns about them or whatever? You said you looked at me as a friend. And then what really bothered me today was, how come y'all didn't tell me about Davin Lewis? Every last one of them motherfuckers that I blocked was a friend with somebody else. So let me tell you what happens. What happens is, and I try to tell the King Payne nigga this shit, but he ain't gonna hear it. But what happens is this. Motherfuckers are going from page to page to page to page to page, subs, subscribers. This is what I'm talking about. And some content creators, depending on what level they're at. They're going from page to page to page to page to page, and they're interacting with these podcasters, these content creators, whatever terminology you want to use. They're interacting with them. They try to get scoops and shit like that. Then they run back to the other podcasters that they more frequently be at, grab all the scoops from there, and then they'll actually exchange. So the same way they coming to tell you shit, they going to tell other motherfuckers shit. Now, this is not everybody, but let's say a good 7 out of 10 do this. You know what I'm saying? It's a style. It's kind of like that old school shit where you would leave a link and a comment under somebody's YouTube page, and these motherfuckers would desperately hope that people would come and subscribe to them. Or like when you all constantly in somebody's panels. That's why I don't do people's panels, because you never know the type of people that you're attracted to your page. See, what Miss Pam don't understand is I don't want just anybody at my page. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not worried about followers. I got more than enough of them. I'm not worried about views. I'm at 5.3 million. It was at 7.4, except 2 videos that I had on earlier and I didn't understand the editing techniques and shit. They removed. You know what I'm saying? I can live with that. So I'm at 5.3, which I posted. So I don't do bad in views either. You understand what I'm saying? Monthly, last month I did I think it was 207. You know what I'm saying? That's by myself, and that's lightly working. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking to you as a podcaster that's underneath me, basically, in every respect and form as far as popularity and everything else. But I'm still being respectful, you dig? So let's take it here. Miss Pam, I'm not going to sit here and cuss you out, but I will say this to you. The technique that you use, the way you're trying to go on about it, it's not going to last for a long time, mommy. It's not. They're going to figure you out real good. I done seen the best of them. See, I come from the days of Gossip Viv. Shout out to Gossip Viv. I come from the days of motherfucking Angie Martinez, people like that. You understand what I'm saying? People that got long-lasting careers and still was here 10 years after their career should have been done. You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to Angela Lee. I think you don't realize the caliber of people I come from. See, those people I just mentioned, my ex-boss mentored them motherfuckers, including Charlamagne the God as well. My ex-boss mentored the motherfuckers. And also, one of y'all favorite was Jag noticed as well, motherfucking Wendy Williams. These were music people that motherfucking captivated their motherfucking careers to this day. To this day. It's a fact. So when I sit back and I hear someone that's unaccomplished as far as our industry is concerned, not unaccomplished as an individual, unaccomplished as far as, I give her that much respect. You understand what I'm saying? Niggas is on there talking about, that nigga broke, that nigga, I just took niggas into Trump Tower. I take y'all on all kinds. Let me say something here. I don't know what the you need to go watch the rest of my videos, Miss Pam. That's what you need to do. And you'll find out how foolish you actually look. I'm not some motherfucker that just gets on here and rants and raves about fucking cash apps and shit. Matter of fact, very rarely do I mention my cash app. What I say to people is this, Miss Pam. See, when I go to the Jonathan Majors trial, when I go to the Trump trial, when I take motherfuckers to record labels, when I take people to what else am I taking out to? The Book of Hove exhibition, when I take people to Seneca Village, which was the first place that plotted in New York City where free blacks lived, when I take people doing Black History Month of where Malcolm X got killed at, when I take people and go through the whole entire of both Latino and Black history exhibits at the motherfucking Metropolitan Museum of Modern Art, New York City, and a ton of other fucking places I done took my crowd to. But once you saw them videos, Miss Pam, then you would understand. I'm not just a nigga that sit in his bedroom and sit online golfing at people and be like, hey, you know what, you go get me a cash app. I don't do that. There's niggas that will be on here in the first 15 minutes. The first thing they say is hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button, hit the cash app, hit the cash app. I don't do that. I don't do that. Now, the people you had in your chat, I recognize some of those names. I recognize 3 of them. One of them, you unjustifiably said something about, but what's her name? B-E-A or Bay, some shit like that. You were towards the end. I know where I know you from. King Payne channel. You've never been to my channel. You came to my channel one time, beknownst to me. One time. And that one time was after that Jaguar shit. And I did a little quick clip with him. And she came over on that live. There was a lot of people on that live. I think King Payne had shared it or something. And so that's why I know that chick from. And I didn't like her vibes then because the first thing she did was fire war for me. And I was like, yo, I don't even know you, bro. And I didn't even say nothing to you. I said something she didn't like. She fired off for me. And that's why I try to tell you, a lot of these girls that are interacting with me in your crowd, you got to realize a couple things, Ms. Pam. One, a lot of these women, they come from a household that has nothing but all girls in it, or mostly girls. I've seen this a million times, and there are more Black American women than there are Black American men. This is a profound fact, even in the fact of all inclusive motherfucking cultures and the gender of women. There are more women and they live longer than men. You understand? On an average base, not all the time, but on an average base. And so she and others have come to my channel previously and they'll say dumb shit. They won't keep their promises. They'll say things like, if you say to me, hey, on Friday, I'm going to donate to you, and then I see you on Friday and you don't donate, then I take you as a cat. You understand what I'm saying? Therefore, you're not a presence I want on my channel anymore. So that's the difference between me, Miss Pam, and a lot of these other bloggers. I choose these people as if I would choose them in real life because I live in the New York City tri-state. I ain't got time to be fucking around with people. And I don't fuck with people intentionally. I never go out to fucking with people intentionally. You want to know what the problem is with me and AT2? AT2 pulled some shit and did the same thing. See, a lot of people here on YouTube, they know how to pattern themselves and make themselves into a victim when they are actually the victimizer. See, AT2 pulled it too. He was interviewing Jaguar Wright. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I still got the video. Here, Miss Pam, if you watching, I want you to see this. And then you'll understand why I said what I said about this nigga. Now, before I play this clip, Miss Pam, if you're watching, and if she ain't watching, one of y'all go get her. One of y'all go get her. Before I play this clip, I want you to understand, I did not know this man. I had never heard of this man. I never been introduced to this man, and I've been online for 4 years. So this man could have quickly found who I was, etc., etc. After he had watched the initial video with 90 Day. Like I said, me and 90 Day, we Gucci. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? They keep it. They keep it. You know what I'm saying? They keep their word. So let me play this and you understand.
I don't want to end on this note. I remember you was on 90 Day, right? With this guy. I don't know if it's Davin or Dalvin.
Fuck him.
Who is he? Because
goddamn bad.
I don't want to end on this note. I remember you was on 90 Day, right? With this guy. I don't know if it's Davin or Dalvin.
Fuck him.
Who is he? Because
goddamn bad boy, mailroom clerk and shit. I don't give a fuck about that nigga.
Yo, I said if you can confuse Jaguar, I know you got some issues because you was looking like, huh?
Yeah, excuse me. I don't know what's going on. I'm playing this from a
I don't
different
want to end on
device,
this
so I
note.
think
I
that's
remember
it.
you was on 9 and Day, right? With this guy. I don't know if it's Davin or Dalvin.
Fuck him.
Who is he? Because
Goddamn bad boy, mailroom clerk and shit. I don't give a fuck about that nigga.
yo, I said if you get confused, Jaguar, I know you got some issues because you was looking like, huh?
That motherfucker saw my name spiking up in the algorithm and made his fucking play to get him a piece of the Jaguar Wright stimulus package that's been running consistently since October.
So from that point on, I referred to him as pork chop. I didn't even go in on him for like 3 or 4 months. If you're one of my longtime subscribers, you can back this. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So I ain't going on pork chop for months. I left pork chop alone. I ain't bothered pork chop. I let pork chop do his thing. Then he came up and tried to joke me and say something with another podcaster who I ain't gonna mention. You know what I'm saying? Because we since have cooled out or whatever. All these things that I say and you see, people don't put it in the context of this motherfucker is retaliating because niggas is talking shit about him that don't know me. See, that fat porky fuck saw me on somebody else's show and he tried to make a move. You understand what I'm saying? And capitalize off that. That's why he waited all the way to the end, because he wanted to make sure people came back and watched it. You see what I'm saying? So maybe you guys are not used to a guy like me. I honestly don't give a fuck. I grew up around Italians and Greeks. I am who I am. And so when you think that I think exactly the same way you do, you can already tell I don't speak the same way as you. Half of my heritage is that of you. And I'm proud of that. I'm also proud of being Black American as well. And I don't spend my time going in and ragging on broads and shit like that or whatever. No, I call you as I see you. If I see you as a sneak and I see you over somebody else's page and you're supposed to be ordained and at the time I don't know what the status is of that thing. So I'm just gonna say it as it is. You're supposed to be part of the Crown family and all this shit or whatever. I'll speak from the perspective of our family, Bad Boy family. We don't move like that. There is no going over talking to the ops, nigga. There is no going over correlating with the ops. There is no siding up with the ops after things got cooled down and all that shit. There is not doing none of that. And then running back over here. You come back over here after you do all that? Good luck, man. Good luck. But y'all niggas evidently don't have those parameters. Y'all just do whatever y'all want to do. Y'all say it however y'all want to say it, move however y'all want to do, whether it's sloppy or not sloppy. You better be careful. You're going to run into the wrong motherfucker one day. I'm telling you, you're going to run into the wrong motherfucker one day. A nigga that don't play that shit. You understand what I'm saying? This one right here said, and this is what they really trying to do right here. You act just like Jaguar Wright. This is someone that just showed up here. You understand what I'm saying? So you understand what I mean? Like, there's a contingency plan for these women to do this on a daily basis. This is what they do. This woman don't know me. I've never met this woman a day in my life. Yet she is able to come to a conclusion based on a whole bunch of chatter and gossip in the hen house of who I am. I don't act like Jaguar Wright. I'm nothing like Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright doesn't do what I do, but if you haven't been through do my full profile on my page, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know that. Even as of right now, because you have so much of an itinerary. See, there's an itinerary by some of these horrible women that are on here on this app. I'm going to keep talking about you bitches. You're not going to stop me. I'm going to keep talking about you bitches because I see what you bitches is doing. It's okay. It's all right. But don't tell me I act like Jaguar right now. I don't act like Jaguar right now. I don't crash out like that. I don't go around fucking with people. I don't bring up and start up rumors. I don't talk about stars and what they've done and all that. I'm nothing like Jaguar, right, honey? You don't know me. So why are you sitting up here? Why are you sitting up here trying to act like you know me? That's the crazy part about it. This right here. This right here. This is crazy. I act like Jaguar. That is hilarious. All right, Ma. That's what's up. You can even stay here. I ain't even gonna remove you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm half Cuban and half black. I'm high-headed anyway. That's how we get. I'm not gonna change myself. Yo soy que macho, tú sabes, siempre por vida. I'm not changing myself. And I don't have to acquiesce myself for anything. Nor do I have to respect you. I didn't have to I could have disrespected the fuck out of this chick just now that wrote that shit right there. Did I disrespect her? No, because I chose to. Because I chose to. You understand what I'm saying? I chose to not. Now, if you catch me when I'm angry and shit is going on, you understand what I'm saying? I know some niggas, y'all ever try to break up a fight and niggas be like, yo, don't touch me. You ever had that happen? I got a homie of mine. We call him Debo. That's for real. Y'all know all the dudes I hang out with is like fucking gorillas. Y'all know that. Like people be surprised too. Dominican niggas, Honduran niggas, even Honduran Dominican bitches, Jamaicans, Asians. I got them all. You know, these are my friends. They're like Caribbean connection because these are people I've known for years. You know, and so. And I'm talking about in and out the music business, you know, and there's very few in the music business, but most of them are from, you know what I'm saying? My friendships, this is what it is. I have friendships that go back years and years. So you think you say something about me? Everybody that know me know I'm fucking off the wire. It's a surprise to you. It's a surprise to you. You don't know me. Even better, the fact that how are you sitting in front of a panel? So, you know what I'm saying? Because Annette, she'd have been around when I've been on the phone, and I put on the phone with my peoples and shit like that. You just don't know. Everybody know I'm nutty in this square shit, but I'm smart. Everybody know that half Latino, half black ass nigga is crazy as fuck if you push him. And all the shit he say he'll do. I know he look like he won't do it, but he'll do it. He'll do it. That's the other thing. He'll do it. Trust me, he'll do it. If he don't believe nothing else, he'll do it. Trust me. That motherfucker do it to prove a point, you know? So don't leave me the fuck alone. Stop the lies. Stop lying to people, telling people you know all about me and throwing up fake fucking comments and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what me and 90 Day was beefing about or whatever. We good now, man. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was over there, you know what I'm saying, defending me on some real shit. They was like, yo, Miss Pam, I don't think he was talking to you. He was talking to her. And Miss Pam just can't come to the contention and be like, you know what? I fucked up. That's hard for accountability is hard for Black American women. I've noticed that. She won't say to herself, you know what? I fucked up. I shouldn't have just thrown somebody in front of his face and not be known of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like I feel like if you do that, you'll set me up in real life. I would never have a outside of this conversation right here, ending it. If that's what you choose to do or you choose to go on, I would never have a conversation with you. And I'm adamant about that. Outside of that, nothing about the music industry or nothing like that. Just like I've told others, you know what I'm saying, including 2 people that are here right now. Make sure y'all spread the word even more. Listen, no more interviews with these podcasters. These motherfuckers are all out to destroy. Because see, what the real thing is, they want you on an equal playing field with them so they can all feel the same. This comes from that woke culture shit. It's just the black version of it. So basically, they all want you because, and I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of African Americans, they can't articulate it. Like Miss Pam said, I couldn't articulate myself. Anyway, that's fucking hilarious. That was the most hilarious part of her podcast. But like I said, she has an incentive. You know, somebody put her up to some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It's good. It's cool. It's cool. All fair, love, and war. But when I bite back now, it's a warning shot. But when I bite back now, I'm taking a few motherfuckers with me this time. So keep that in order, all right? All right? You know what I'm saying? We can be friends and we can be enemies because I was a friend. I came to your podcast. I don't go to niggas' chat rooms. I don't go to niggas' panel. I don't do it. Name me one motherfucking podcaster outside of King Payne that you didn't see me on their podcast. You didn't see me talking their chat. And I had the best of the best invite me. I mean, all shouts and respect to King Payne, but I had Storm and Rowe want to interview me. You understand what I'm saying? This is when me and Jag was both cracking on. And to be quite honest with you, none of y'all podcasters have had the success as far as numbers as me and Jaguar have. Not one of you. You know why? Because we're actually from the music industry. Feel how you want to feel about her. The bitch had a career. Deduce down how you want to deduce about her. But the bitch had a motherfucking Coca-Cola commercial. You didn't. And that burned some motherfuckers. Because it makes them take a look at themselves and say, well, maybe I'm not as big as I think I am. This is what happened with that Tiffany Hayward or whatever that bitch's name is out there in Illinois. Same thing. She was out there stealing money. I don't care if you get mad. You wasn't mad last night when the bitches were over at King Payne's page using the word bitch. So don't get mad over here. What's the difference? Oh, I get it. You like to control men. You're a misandrist. Your misandry won't work on this motherfucker. Oh no, I'm cold as you thought Kevin Samuels was cold. I'm a cold motherfucker. You think Kevin Samuels was bad. I'm a cold motherfucker. I'll tell you about yourself. I don't come from no household where there wasn't no man. I don't come from no household where motherfucking men were punks. I come from military men. You're not going to sit there and talk to me any old fucking kind of way. You're not going to invite any old fucking body to me and not be known to me. And I don't know one real man out there that will stand by that and say, yo, sure, baby, it's okay to invite niggas up under me and I don't know they're coming. Yeah, sure, baby. Why not invite my enemy over? Niggas ain't got killed for shit like that. Niggas have died from shit like that in real life. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all motherfuckers sitting around, especially y'all motherfuckers from New York. This is the funny shit. There be motherfuckers on these podcasts from New York and the tri-state area acting like they don't know what this personality that I'm displaying right now is. They've never ran into this personality. Like they live in fucking Mickey Mouse land or something in fucking Brooklyn and fucking Queen and all the fucking boroughs. I done took y'all on a tour, every last one of the motherfucking boroughs somewhere, because I know somebody in every last one of the boroughs there is. I done went in front of fucking Marcy Projects. You Miss Pam, you better look at my motherfucking material. I put in work. Ask your boy King Payne. He gonna tell you I put in work for my money. I'm not some motherfucker like you or many of you other podcasters that sit around and talk shit about people and have your Cash App motherfucking pulling up on the screen. And for somehow or another, for doing less work, they get more money. But you mad because I'm not a fake and I don't want to sit around with you guys and act like I grew up better than everybody else. But in reality, I grew up in a household that only made like $40,000 a year. And like we lived in the projects. But like me and Shaniqua, we were like best friends. And I remember the first time we went and got our braids done. We got them done blonde. Oh my God. Bitch, I live in Connecticut. In one of the most, if not the most opulent area in Connecticut, one of the most opulent areas in Connecticut. You understand this? I've been here my whole entire goddamn adult life. You understand this? And before then, I used to walk across the street. Anybody gonna tell you this? I could walk across the street and there was at least 2 miles of water, boats docked everywhere. You could swim in that water if you wanted to, or it would lead you all the way down to the end and you would come to one huge ass beach that had 4 sections that it was part of the Atlantic fucking Ocean. And always lived good. Understand me? Right now, and y'all can see my place on camera here. It's pretty nice, right? This is the worst place I've ever lived at. It ain't one motherfucker that know me in real life gonna say anything different. My life is a reality. You understand what I'm saying? I don't have to get up on here, talk down on each other, bash each other. You chicks are literally listen, the script that I'm giving right now, you chicks ain't doing nothing but proving my point of everything that I'm saying. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Annette. Like I be in real places. Or maybe Miss Pam don't know. That could be a possibility. But don't sit up there and say that I'm unjustified and like asking for cash apps and shit. Or I'm just like Jaguar Wright. No, Jaguar Wright went to the courthouse and didn't get nobody on camera. I went to the courthouse and got a friend on camera.
I am king! King! Bitch.
There they are.
Majors, any comments?
We support you, Jonathan.
It's a very unusual case.
Yeah, very unusual, especially on this video wall. All right, guys. So I got a nice little fist bump.
I'm talking about like I really be on scene with shit. You understand what I'm saying? And niggas is sitting back in there in their bedrooms or in front of blue screens that ain't doing half the same fucking work, but on the nerve to get online and talk down about somebody else who they barely know, who came to you as a friend. Y'all thought I was lying about the come on, man. I pull up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? My people's down here, whatever. And that's even more of a reason why I came down here. So respect to Jay. I'm sorry, you know what I mean? If I ever get to you, got to hear what that woman had to say or whatever. That's why I said, let me just come down here and march and set it straight. Like I said, we right here. You know what I mean? Make no mistake about it. You understand what I'm saying? Birthplace of Jay-Z, home of Jay-Z. We school in on that a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But respect the whole, first of all. That's just a pure simple fact. Respect the whole. You know what I'm saying? So let's be clear here. Ain't no reason for you to be on YouTube talking about kids, alluding to certain people or other people's kids. You know, whatever the measure may be, it ain't what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? So like,
keep watching.
Surprise!
You know, that's what all Jay-Z and Beyonce father. I don't know, because Jay-Z ain't got no real daddy. Why don't y'all believe?
Play that part right there. That part always made me disgusting when she said about Blue Ivy. That's why I went down there in the first place. But as you can see, and that's just a few examples. Like I said, I'm using a different device right now, so I can't gather a whole bunch of stuff that's on the other you know what I'm talking about, the SD card. Make no mistake about it. Every place that I'm telling you I went. And that stuff right there was just in the latter of the year. See, what it really is about, I think, a lot of these motherfucking niggas and these bitches, it's about hating. Because they can't do the shit that I do. And they say, there's no fucking way we're going to let him rise to the top. That's why you notice niggas won't share my shit. That's why you notice niggas won't like my shit. They find the most pettiest thing to complain about me. He said the word bitch. Meanwhile, the bitch that's doing the most complaining is sitting in a chat room last night at the official King Payne's page. And I called the bitch out. And not one moment within an hour and a half did that bitch say anything about any woman in there, and them women and the multitude of women, they're not only calling each other bitches, they were calling each other cunts. It was worse shit than I say. And not one word from evangelist such and such, aka Val. That bitch ain't say one motherfucking word, you hypocrite bitch. And if you go back and watch the fucking video, that's what you gonna see. This hypocrite bitch not saying a motherfucking word. She even joined the panel and didn't calm everybody down. And this is the bitch you defending, Miss Pam? This hypocrite bitch that calls herself an evangelist? You respect that bitch. I don't. Okay? You can respect that bitch. I don't. And don't you ever dictate to me who the fuck I can like and who I don't like. And don't you ever fucking dictate to me that I must respect you. I don't have to respect every fucking woman. Let me ask you this. You respect a woman that kills her own kids? Do you respect a woman that molests kids? Do you respect a woman that's a thief? Do you respect a woman that steals from old people? Do you respect women that commit fraud? Do you respect women that commit murder? Outside of self-defense, plotted, planned, premeditated. Because if you respect them bitches and you think I'm gonna respect them bitches right along with you, out of your fucking mind. And one of the motherfuckers that I mentioned was frauds. That bitch a fraud. And it ain't just me calling it out. God damn it, there's other bitches calling her a fraud too. There's other bitches on YouTube calling her a fraud too. So if that bitch can't cut them women out last night when they was saying the word bitch, why the fuck I gotta stop? Matter of fact, fuck that bitch. How about that? Jaguar must have said the word bitch probably 17 times. 17 times within a 30-minute span. Her and Cat going in. I expected from Cat. Cat, goddamn it, like the same thing as me. She got Latin blood in her. That's how we are. They're gonna tell me I gotta be more like you and I gotta respect you and all this shit. I was respecting you. You didn't respect me when you started bringing in motherfuckers trying to be cute to keep a show going. You didn't respect me. That's the real thing about it. Because had you respected me, you would have been like, Davin, is it okay if I bring this person in? No, bro, you didn't respect me. So if anybody owe anybody a motherfucking apology, and I didn't snap on you, you even said out your own fucking mouth, and I played the audio earlier, and I play it again. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, y'all a little confused. This is what the fuck I'm talking about right here. Cause I don't appreciate that shit. That shit was low ball, low budget shit right there, my nigga.
Evangelist Val. I think Davin. I think I've seen you both. And Jr. I've seen you. Watched both of y'all. But I'm just tell y'all something right quick. Davin, you coming from a whole nother space, brother. You
All
are.
right, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I don't know
Y'all.
you. I don't know
Yeah,
you. And you
you
try to
don't.
make a psychoanalyzation of me. I
No,
don't
I'm
know
not
you.
making no
I don't
psycho.
know
First
you.
of all,
Our
first of all,
conversation. No. Can't
I
no woman
no.
lead
First
me.
of
Let's
all,
stop right
you're
there. Let's stop right there. Can't
disrespecting
no
the
woman lead me.
you
Me and this dude, we can talk.
disrespecting the
We gonna talk like
hell.
men do. I don't
You
talk like you.
disrespecting
I
the
don't interact
hell
like that with you.
out
I ain't
of
have to speak to
Cam's
you. All right,
channel.
so stop all
And
that shit. Yeah, I
Cam,
don't do that
any
psychoanalysis
man that
bullshit.
comes up
First
here
of
and
all, I
talks
know I've
to
only
your
heard you for 4 minutes, but I
any
know everything
man
about you
that
based on
comes
my
up
base
here
studies.
and disrespects your channel like this is mad disrespectful. The way he's talking up here and the way he's talking over you, talking about let the men speak. Yo, this is her channel, first of all. Secondly, you won't even allow, and this is what's so funny. I don't have to psychoanalyze you, dude. I got 7 sons. I know. You're not impressing me with your wordage. I can say I'm sitting here and I was gonna give you all
Wordage is
mad
not
due
a
respect. What
word.
I was gonna say is y'all coming from 2 different places. I can
You
tell
gotta
you
speak
from
to me
the
with your
hood. I
wordage.
can tell you run the
I got
streets. I know
7
you a
sons. I ain't your
businessman.
eighth
Like
one.
I can tell all that just from the way you speak. So y'all not fully understanding one another. He don't get the idea that when you saw him with AT2, you felt like they was coming up against you as a group. That's because of where you come from. I respect the way you talking. I was just gonna tell you, don't you can't talk to Pam like that on her
And
channel.
notice I
But
let
see, you
Shorty
so
talk, right? So
disrespectful.
that's
You want
cap.
to jump down my throat,
Notice
dude.
I
I
let her
don't have to
talk.
psychoanalyze you. I don't know you. You right. I don't want to know you. I don't. I have no reason to
And I
get up
don't
here.
want to
My
know
deal is
you.
for Pam. That's my sister, and I'm gonna always ride for my sister. And I'm not gonna sit and watch nobody
Exactly.
disrespect her. I don't give no fucks who it is. I'm not gonna sit back and watch her be disrespected. So there, that's
This
what
is
the fuck that
evangelist. She
is.
don't give a fuck.
Period. I
This
ain't
is the
trying to lead no
evangelist.
motherfucking man. I ain't got time for
This
this
type of the
shit.
bitches you
This is
rolling
her
with, Pam.
channel. And when you
This your
tell her to
people.
be quiet and
This
let
your
the
homegirl.
men have it out, y'all can go have it out
But I
somewhere
don't know how to
else.
articulate myself, though, right? I don't know how to articulate myself.
He
Sound like she
said
don't know how to
that?
articulate herself.
Wait a
Yes,
minute. He
that's what
told
he
me this.
said.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear him say. He said,
Exactly, Miss
Damn, wait a
Pam. You know
minute.
why you
Wait
didn't
a minute. You
fucking
said
hear
that
that?
to
Because I
me?
didn't say it.
Hold on. Let me unmute
I didn't
him.
say that to you. Oh, I didn't say that to you. And had you not
Oh,
had me
wait a
muted, you
minute.
would have
Let
heard
me
me.
unmute you, Davin. Davin, you told me to shut up and let the men handle it.
Miss
I
Pam,
told you to shut up.
I talked to her. I don't know who this woman is. She just try to manipulate something. See,
Wait a minute.
this is a problem I
Wait a
be
minute.
having.
Hold
I
on.
was
Hold on.
talking to homeboy right here. I was talking to
Hold on,
homeboy right here. And when I
Davin.
was talking, when I said, I'm
Even
gonna
after I
answer you.
told her I
When I
wasn't
said what
talking
I
to her,
said, I
you see
said
the
I don't
direction
need
she took.
her interference. I
Took
said
her
I don't
manliness.
know you. I came to talk to Miss Pam.
You
And homie right here, we got unfinished business that we talking about. If we was in the
That's
see, this is
not
what
what
happened in the street and shit. In the street, it be
Pam.
women just like
Before
that. It
I
be
got
women
up
just
here,
like that. What does she
before
have to do
I
with this
got up here,
conversation?
he
It be
Wait.
said,
women
Hold
just
on.
like
Let me
this
explain
that
something
jump
to
in
him,
the middle
Davin.
of
Hold on.
men's
Wait a minute.
conversations and
Okay. Hold on. So let me clear this up for you. She's up here because I allowed her up here. She can't get up here unless I invite her up here.
that was her excuse. She can't be up here unless I allow her up here. No shit. I use StreamYard too. The part you left out is you didn't allow me the motherfucking choice or the decision, Miss Pam, whether or not I wanted to talk to that woman. You didn't even introduce that woman. I don't know who the fuck that woman is. And instead of acknowledging that and coming to terms with that and being like, yo, you know what? You got a point there. You just kept the shit going. That's the problem I got with the whole shit right there. She just kept the shit going. Oh, no. I'm going to take up for my motherfucking friend. What up, Denat? I'm going to take up for my motherfucking friend and all that shit. You know, blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yo, really? So she kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. I left the show. She kicked me and Night and Day off of there. I left the show. She did this all on behest of this evangelist such and such bitch. Then this same evangelist such and such bitch, this unattractive ass, well, that's an ugly woman. I don't care what nobody says. That's an unattractive. You was unattractive 10 or 15 years ago. Factory. You was unattractive then. And no disrespect, I ain't trying to get fresh, but I could look at Val and just look at this picture right here. Say, I'm a man, so I can still say the same thing. Val could have got it 10 years ago or now. Excuse me, Pam. Not Val. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Val could get it now back then. You heard? You know what I'm saying? Point is, you know what I mean? This is an unattractive ass woman, so I expect her to carry herself like that. Y'all don't understand. Listen, there ain't nobody in the world you got to be more worried about than an unattractive motherfucker or a short motherfucker. You want to understand why? I'm going to tell you why. See, they all got the same patterns of behavior. Short people, they always have a complex most of the time, especially short men, more so than short women. Short woman, anybody will scoop up a short woman. Hell, that's a night on the town right there with a short woman. You know what I'm saying? So not so much short women. Short women, that usually don't affect them unless they're in workspaces and shit like that, where it's heavily cluttered about men. But short men, on the other hand, oh, that's a dangerous motherfucker right there. You don't want to be hanging out with no short man. Your life in danger. That nigga do anything. You know what I'm saying? He'll do anything. You know what I mean? And the other motherfucker you don't want to be around is an unassured, heavy-set woman or unassured, motherfucking unattractive woman. You know, big back-built bitches. Big back-built. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can use that. Big back-built bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like Risa Tisa and shit. These broads, they depend on another thing. They depend on their ingenuity and their cunningness. And women are naturally cunning. Why the fuck you think that Eve was able to make Adam bite the fucking apple, huh? And if you believe in other cultures, as the Torah says, his wife before that, which was Lilith, she wouldn't bow down either. So he destroyed her ass. God literally destroyed her. You know what I mean? And made Eve out of Lilith. It depends on what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? So it's lots of layers to that. But look up Lilith if you've never heard of Lilith. You understand what I'm talking about from there. Lilith is talked about in the Jewish Torah. Lilith is explained. Lilith almost damn near has her own chapter. You understand what I'm saying? And there's other women that were also in all three of those books, the Jewish Torah, the Quran, and the Holy Bible. They all go together. They're the Trinity. So I would suggest that you read all of them. I'm not a Muslim, but my ex was a Muslim. So I know a lot about Shahira law, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just based off her. I know how to write my name in Arabic. Literally. My name translates to David in Arabic, believe it or not. There's no way to write my name in Arabic. This translates as David, which is the root name of my name, Davin, David. One of the apostles that walked with Jesus. One of the apostles that walked with Jesus. They never believed me from eons. I was always the liar. See, this is something that's happened before. This is my turn at it. The one that's telling the truth. You know, they thought Jesus was lying too. You see what they did to him. Or you gotta be withstanding the prosecution. You gotta be with that. You know, the woman that had Emmett Till killed, she lied on him. You understand what I'm saying? That bitch got to live out the best of her days to the end. She never had the cause for that. You see what I'm saying? A woman's word can go a long way with the wrong ear listening. With the wrong ear listening, you dig? So let me tell you ladies this. You don't have to come here. A lot of y'all disgruntled. I see a lot of y'all don't like me or whatever the case may be. But I can assure you of this. My life is not going to change. I'm still going to be doing the same shit. I'm still going to be moving the same way. And you, Miss Pam, well, you just messed up on a potential friend. As I see your progression of where you want to be or whatever, I'm going to keep in mind to make sure to keep telling people I know throughout the industry and friends of mine that I know immediately that I can call, including the two that I know y'all still here. So y'all hearing this shit. I'm keeping it PG-13. I told y'all. Y'all stop doing interviews with these motherfuckers. Stop talking to these motherfuckers. Stop interacting with them. When they reach out to you on fucking line, do not answer them. Or if anything, the first question to ask them is, hey, do you have a link to your podcast? if they say yes and they hand it to you, or you can find them in the podcast anywhere, remove that motherfucker. Don't talk to them. Don't get cool with them or nothing. They have bad intentions. And now you see what I mean now with this woman right here, what she went upon herself to do today. And I wasn't even talking to this woman. I was actually trying to be nice to this woman. I actually thought of this woman as being as a friend, because I thought she was a friend of a friend. But even that's questionable now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you lose either way you go. It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Entonces, sabe, la gente latino, esa es la negro americano. Entonces, sabe, no tiene nada. No tiene familia, amigos, nada. Siempre chavo, tú sabes, ¿no? Siempre chavo. So it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise at all. It's expected, to be quite honest with you. I just didn't think so soon. I thought y'all would at least waited a little bit. You know what I mean? But all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, but all right. You know what I mean? But Miss Pam, you will not be receiving an apology from me. If anything, I should be receiving an apology from you. And you should be apologizing the night and day initially, not demanding they apologize to you. That's why I couldn't imagine that you would sit there and do that, or whatever the case may be. But then again, you did bring them up on your podcast. You understand what I'm saying? And you gave them the liberty of knowing who they were talking to. And I didn't know who I was talking to. Then you brought another person in, didn't ask me to tell me, and repeated the same thing, just like I was that nigga to do that with. So maybe you just made an assumption, and your assumption was wrong. And what I would tell you moving forward, maybe you shouldn't make that assumption with everybody, because one of these days somebody gonna surprise you and you're gonna get it fucked up. Everybody ain't fucking playing. And I don't play about my reputation. And I ain't get on here and try to skewer, as you notice in this whole podcast I've done. I didn't get on here and try to skewer Miss Pam's personality. Only thing I did was point to the facts, which you can very easily rely on and research yourself by just watching the video and replaying the live chat. In one part of the video, I want y'all to realize there's this. And as you heard earlier, Miss Pam said, I didn't hear him say that. You literally said out your own mouth, I didn't hear him say that. And there's no way you went back and heard it, because I just played the clip. So you're basically perpetuating a lie. We can't trust you, Miss Pam. I don't think we can trust you.
Let me say something first, sis.
Okay. All right. So, Val, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, sorry about that, Val.
You don't owe me no apology.
Yes, I do.
No. Let me tell you something.
Let me say something, Val. Let me say something.
Let me say something first, sis. Because there was somebody out there in the chat that said, why am I up here on your panel? Let me make this clear to everybody, okay? Because I done said this once, twice, 3 times. It's only 3 or 4 people I checked for on this MFA, okay? And this is one of them. I'm not going to sit in the chat and I'm not going to watch her be disrespected by no men. Now, if it was women up here, Pam going to hold her own. But these dudes ain't going to sit up here and disrespect her and talk all kinds. They nasty in the mouth. They saying whatever they want to say with no respect to the fact that she's a woman. They don't know Pam. They don't know Pam. They don't know she's from the hood. They don't know Pam can handle her own. It's just the whole fact. And I'm not going to even put it on night and day. I'm going to put it on that boy. He was so disrespectful to you. And then he goes, hold on, Miss Pam. Let the men handle it. First of all, it's her channel.
I did not say that.
And then when I got up here, you're lying. I know you. You ain't about to come up. You're so disrespectful to people in general.
You would have said that if I was a white man.
Pam let me up here. And if you were smart as you claim you are, you would have known that, Mr. Content Creator for 4 years. You would have known Pam let me up here. I don't have special wings.
Jealous.
I don't have no secret teeth. I couldn't have got up here by myself.
Doesn't matter if Pam let you up here. I don't know you.
And she let me up here because.
Now, did you hear that wild animal talking? That's what they call civilized. See, when they act like that, they still try to maintain the covet of being civilized. That's not civilized behavior. Everyone was yelling and screaming, and the same thing she tried to motherfucker say we were doing. She tried to cover it up as being a friend of this lady. You're not a friend of hers. You're using her. You're using her. I can see right through you, you slick bitch. You trying to use her. You know, ain't nobody giving a fuck about you any other way. And that's how most of these female podcasters, wannabe podcasters, do. They use other women. I've seen it happen a million times over. Why you think every last time the Jaguar Wright beefing with somebody, it's always a bitch? It's always a bitch or somebody part of the LGBTQ community. Why you think that? You think that's a specific? I'm the only heterosexual guy except for who? Talib Kweli. Common has something to say about her recently. And I'm trying to think who else. But it wasn't many of us. It was maybe like 4 or 5, but the rest, everybody was talking about it was women. And they continue to every day. If you look at the biggest Jaguar Wright content, it's done by people from the LGBT community or women. Who want to argue? Who want to argue? Tell me, prove something different to me. And not all the people in those environments, I want to respectfully say, are the same. A lot of them actually do a good job and they're fair. But more of them, if anything, are just fucking nasty motherfuckers, and they think that's the way to go. How can I win? I'll be a nasty motherfucker. That's what I do. I'll get on here and talk all kinds of shit about people, blah, 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 and let it live, you know? Funny thing is, everybody don't see life like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't go around talking to everybody like that, bro. This is on there. Like, I'm just real surprised at this Miss Pam chick. That's why I said she got some attention. This chick was still on there. You claim that, like, I did you so wrong. How I do you wrong? I'm trying to figure out how I did you wrong. Because up until the point when you started inviting guests on there, I was very nice to you. Like, you would go back and watch the video and watch how my temperament changed. Because I'm like, yo, oh, man. I was just surprised she did some fuck shit like that. I was like, oh, man, I thought you was cool. You some fuck chick? That's some fuck nigga shit. If you invite niggas up on the show, you don't know what type of nigga problems niggas got with each other. You don't know what could happen, what could escalate into it, whatever. And your solution to the whole situation is I'm going to bring in some abstract motherfucking broad that nobody fucking know of. It ain't like this bitch was like Ayana Von Zada or some shit like that. Like, that's who she want to be. She want to be like an Ayana Von Zada. I can tell by them loud ass clothes she was wearing with her country ass. Oh, country hillbilly. I can't stand them country hillbilly mammies like that. That's a mammy. And nobody wanted man. And that boy, that bitch called me a boy like we was on a fucking plantation. That boy. Bitch, I'm not your fucking son. I don't fucking know you, that boy. Yo, on my mama, my mom's would have whooped her fucking ass. She was talking to me like that. For real. My sisters would have beat your ass if they heard you talk to me like that. That's the real thing about it. Fellas, start getting your female family members involved in these things right here. Start getting your female friends. See if they talk that shit to them. A lot of these bitches, they talk that shit to men online because of pure simple fact they feel like they got a few niggas, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Listen, man, your gun wasn't the last one they made. You heard? For real. And I got a lot of niggas to hold them. So, like, you know what I'm saying? Get it together. Get it together. Take that how you want to take it. I don't give a fuck. Bitches sitting up online taking matter-of-factly about niggas. And I'm like, I ain't even go in that hard when I did mention you. Matter of fact, when I mentioned you, I didn't even shit on her. Like, oh my mama, I didn't shit on Miss Pam. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't until the day I was like, oh man, this bitch pulled it. Damn. Chick that fucked around and pulled it. I knew she was gonna do it too. I knew she was gonna do it. I was just like, when? It was a couple reasons I knew she was gonna do it. I can't tell y'all yet though. I gotta wait till the time, right? But we know why she did it. Let's put it that way. We know why she did it. But god damn, bro. Miss Pam, you starting to look like the snake that they said you was. That's all I got to say from my perception. Because that was some snake shit you did already. I gotta tell you. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, that was some snake shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was some real snake shit. And then the other day you was just sitting up there pretending like you was cool with me. So that means your intentions the whole time was to try to take me down. You just wanted to do it in a more rapid fashion. But that's what you wanted to do. You wanted to take me down, huh? You wanted to get me off these YouTube streets to make room for you. I do believe there's a contingency of women also on here I want to warn you about that literally want to take over the YouTube space and make it specifically female. And there was a lady I caught one day that said that 98% of YouTube users are women. You a fucking lie. Only 41% of YouTube users are females. Go look it up right now. Only 13% are content creators. So the 13% that are on this app that are females, those are only amongst the female content creators. 13%. It's only 41% that are actually viewers of YouTube. So the impact in the motherfucking, like, y'all really don't give shit to YouTube. Really, except for gossip. The gossip sectors are the only ones that go gossip, relationships, and makeup tutorials. Y'all bitches ain't setting YouTube on fire. YouTube ain't operating because of y'all. It's operating because of the men. And I challenge anyone that can provide any different demographics other than your fucking opinion to approve, because that comes from demographics, not only from YouTube, but also asking. So you got me lost. Come on, man. Come on, bro. We talking real, or we talking this? Because a lot of you motherfuckers on these podcasts sound like y'all sitting on the front porch. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't coming from no motherfucking experienced ears or experienced eyes. Y'all coming from the point of, well, it gotta be like that, because you know what? And y'all use these most simplistic fucking forms of thinking to build a narrative and a conclusion, and it doesn't make sense after time. It's like, do you know what this guy just said? That's how the business works. Like, I don't know, you don't know how many times I sat in these podcasters and they say this matter of fact shit about the business, right? And they be dead ass fucking wrong. Like, I heard one dude say one day something about publishing, and he was basically just trying to repeat the words that this broad had said. I like what Net just said. The conversation was going really well until that chick came up. As they were saying in the chat, if people would just read, they would see the comments. Exactly. Like, if people would read, they would see the comments. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't in the room. You know what I'm saying? I was defending myself because I felt kind of like threat, because this broad is inviting strangers and people that, unbeknownst to me, I don't think I'm there, is to have a conversation with her. And if you would, right, wasn't I nice to her the whole time she was there? I mean, the whole time I was there? Like, before she did that and she pulled that and she brought the 3 added characters to the screen without me knowing. That's the problem I got. That's the issue I had. I'm like, why is this bitch talking to me? I don't need you to have my back. Ain't chick that know me be like, yo, no, the first thing, like, bitch, get the fuck out the way. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to that nigga. That's my reaction. And you have no motherfucking right to sit up there and tell me, like, I felt like I'm half Cuban, so I know what communist talk sound like. What Miss Pam said and what that bitch said was some communist shit. Like, the bitch said, you gotta respect. This is what she said in the podcast today. She said, you gonna respect. I ain't gonna respect a motherfucker. Make me respect them, man. Make me. You that hardcore, make me do it. Right. And shut the fuck up. Ever tell me I'm gonna respect. I ain't gotta respect no fucking body I don't respect. Who the fuck are you? Like, the audacity to tell somebody, so that's like, you gonna respect it, because I run around and say you gonna respect men, and that's what it is. Imagine me saying some shit like that, and then one of my labels, right? See what I'm saying? See how that works? So who the fuck are you to run around and tell people you gonna respect women when you ain't respecting niggas? You ain't respecting niggas, Miss Pam. You ain't respecting niggas. And your reluctantness because you don't want to admit this, because in front of your crowd, you know it will make you look like a hypocrite, is the problem. You went up there on your shit today and lied to the people. Because you knew goddamn well, Miss Pam, I wasn't talking to you. Night and day was in your chat and told you I wasn't talking to you. But because of your want to be motherfucker, keep a relationship with a bitch. You know, they want to keep a relationship with a bitch in the sisterhood, even if the bitch is toxic. That bitch is toxic as fuck. Like I said yesterday. I mean, excuse me, like I just said earlier here. That bitch, the same one we talking about, Evangelist such and such. That bitch was over. This is how hypocritical she is. That woman you hear yelling is Evangelist such and such. That same woman was over there at motherfucking King Payne's page last night. And she was over there doing I don't know, on screen, whatever fuck you want to call it, panel with Jaguar, Wright. Those girls were calling each other all kinds of bitches and all kinds of shit. Matter of fact, I'm gonna share this shit so y'all can go watch it for yourself and see what I mean. I even tell you the mark within the title that you can fast forward it to hear it for yourself. It was calling each other all kinds of fucking names. Evangelist Val was in there, and she had commented to somebody. That's how I knew she was there. You understand what I'm saying? When she got there, she in the chat and she ain't trying to do nothing but let everybody know she there. She ain't there to help. She ain't there to give the good word and all that shit she be promoting. That bitch is there to motherfucking get clout. You understand what I'm saying? I can see through that country bitch a mile away. So I'm sitting there and I'm just letting her do her little ones and twos like she's trying to pretend like she a star or some shit on YouTube. Bitch, you ain't got no followers. I've been to your page. You ain't got no followers. Sitting up here, I'm listening to this lady. And she, whole conversation is anything but about these women up here calling each other bitches and hoes. Whole conversation was about everything except for calling these women calling each other bitches and hoes. Not one time did she intervene. Not one time did she want to get involved. Not one time did she have something to say. Not one time did she try to immediately break up the fight. And in fact, when she finally got on the panel, because she was in the chat room initially, when she got on the panel, she still was reluctant to do something. If you're going to talk about some shit in this panel, talk about your hypocrite ass fucking friend that got smoke in one situation, but they ain't got smoke in another. That shit sound cap. And I'm starting to think Miss Pam cap if she roll with a bitch like that. You sound cap, Miss Pat. For real. And y'all watch her behavior, because she'll do that to me. She'll do it to other. She's gonna do it to other people too. Y'all gonna start to see a pattern. Chicks like this, they always got a pattern. Then sooner or later, the nigga or the bitches that's endorsing her, she gonna turn on you too. She gonna turn on you too. There's certain women out here that pretend. That's why it's never good to give shit away. Anyway, speaking of that, why the fuck you on your channel talking about what somebody donate to me? Fuck are you on your channel talking about what goes on in my life? This bitch on there talking about I pay $200 a month for rent. I'm like, huh? This shit is hilarious. There was some other bitch that called in and pretended like she knew me. I'm like, I don't know you, bitch. Who is this bitch? Like, they got literally had niggas calling in pretending like they knew me. And I'm like, well, tell that bitch to get in touch with me. Whoever that bitch was who claimed that she know me, can somebody tell her to get in touch with me? I want to have her on my show, and I want her to tell my audience that she knows me. That's what I want. I want that bitch that was on that show today. I want her to hop up on here. That's my challenge. I want her to hop up on here on my show, and I want her to tell my audience that she knows me. Like, you really know me. I want you to tell my audience that you know me. See how two motherfuckers just disappeared? They work with her. That was a cat. Y'all niggas on here lying to people to get money. The whole time, Jag wasn't lying on y'all motherfuckers. Jaguar, I'm sorry. Poor me. You wasn't lying. At least that part right there. The other shit I can't defend. But this shit right here, you wasn't lying. You wasn't lying. Now I see. Now I see it. Huh. Now I see it, huh? I was already seeing it, but now I really see it. This some sucker shit. Y'all niggas live your life like that in real life? I tell you, Miss Pam subtly try to threaten me today.
Talk about I got Big Johnny here. Johnny might been my friend since I was a kid.
Yeah, you and that nigga with twisted foot. Stop fucking. I don't like shit like that. Miss Pam did that move on purpose. Which now, I gotta look at Miss Pam's character totally different. I don't think Miss Pam is a good woman. I think Miss Pam is pretending she a good woman for these YouTube streets. And I think it's time to progress. Like, I'm always get this shit right. I'm a professional, get this shit right. I think it's time progresses. What the crowd is gonna start to find out is Miss Pam is full of shit. Because there's no way that you can call yourself intelligent or comment on somebody's articulation when you can't even articulate a moment. Broad, you said out your own motherfucking mouth, and I played it here for you, that you didn't hear me say shit like that to you. No, you let this bitch bounce you up and pump you up to come on here and make up what you know to be a lie and tell it on me. That's foul, Miss Pam. You can't trust you. You know she's lying, but yet and still you're backing her lie. $200 for Section 8 and this big yo homie, that ain't the rent out here, my nigga. Well, good try though. I appreciate it. Yeah, she was doing that on purpose. That's why I said it's more to this. That move that she made right there, it was a purpose for that. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck the purpose was. You know what I'm saying? What? Because a couple motherfuckers over at the Crown family is fucking snakes, and I called them out. That's what y'all upset about? Is that what y'all upset about? A couple of them niggas is snakes, and they need to be called out. Lying to get cash apps and views. That's what it looked like. And she used my personality to get them cash apps. And them bitches over there now thinking I'm some woman hater or some shit like that. Let them. I don't want no goofy ass motherfuckers I gotta convince anyway. Like, if I gotta convince you what I'm saying is real, I don't want you on my channel. I'm good. I'm one of the few dudes that give a fuck about that shit. That's what makes me so strong. I don't care if you don't like me. I don't care what you think about me. I'm not here to live under your scope. What the scope of many of these women on here, I find, how can you have such a high scope depending on where you're currently living at right now? Their target is only men, which I find unique. This was a whole bunch of women in that chat room. This is a whole bunch of women. They were sitting there talking about a man they had never met in their entire life. But was upset because when they got caught out doing their bullshit, when they got caught out being over different people's motherfucker, being the dumb, loyal motherfucker I am, I'm calling them out on it. I'm like, yo, y'all supposed to be over there at the Brody's channel. What happened? And based off that's just what they really mad about. Two of them bitches was in there talking about me. Two of them bitches I caught them out. They ain't talking about that part. I be trying to tell you, these just be lying, bro. And Miss Pam, she's just silly enough to believe that shit. She gonna find out though. She gonna find out. But when she find out, I just gotta let it pass. That's why I say I ain't gonna say that crazy. Because when she find out, that's when they gonna come for her. That's gonna be her. That's gonna be her payback. They gonna come for her. That's gonna be her payback. And then she'll see what this shit really do. Because that was ridiculous. That woman put me out there like that. And I didn't do nothing even kind of the same. I didn't even do anything kind of the same to her friend that she claims she was with. You're a horrible person, Miss Pam. You're not a nice person. You're a piece of shit. You gotta come think about it. You're a piece of shit. Yeah, I think I'll sit on that. I won't even say a piece of shit. You're a complete piece of shit. To go to that extreme, and I didn't do nothing like that with you. I gave a whole diatribe. I just said how I felt. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard when I did it. I never went off on her. Never tried to divulge any information to her, nothing like that. Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm good. I know what I need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a feeling about something. But I'm like, yo, that don't make sense. But then it do make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, they talk about sacrifices and all that shit in the business. We come from the music business. But they out here doing sacrifices on YouTube. How about that? Anyway. You know another thing that threw me off? I knew Miss Pam was kind of like matriculating into some bullshit because I've seen the CCH bitch in there. I've seen that goopy nigga that always talking about somebody talking about his daughter. That nigga be everywhere too. Don't trust that nigga. That nigga be everywhere telling everybody business. I called him the other day talking about somebody. That's some horrible motherfuckers. Horrible, bro. It's like a cross between immature, desperate. But honestly, truthfully, if I want something done with you, I can have it done today. I'm not talking about in the usual way. Not in that way. I could affect you if I wanted to, but I'm not. Hopefully now, boys and girls, you understand. Well, I don't, and I won't trust American black women. Don't you see now? Like, that is fucking crazy. She literally went ape shit for another bitch on the nigga that's actually the story. This bitch is not the story that you defended. You're not even smart. I thought you were smart. You're not even smart. If niggas would stop trying to be slick with me, they'd be surprised at info they could get. They like to be slick. Hurts my feelings, man. Not really, but you know. It hurts my feelings because I know that I predicted that's what this woman would do. And she did exactly what I said she would do. Initially, I thought this months ago. First time when she donated $100 to me, and then she sits up here today and asks night and day why they donated any money to me. That sounds like a campaign that stopped people from giving people cash apps. That sounds like some hating shit. You know, I got tons of people that, well, I did. I narrowed it down to 2 people now, which I don't know. We might have to see about those too. But I got 2 people right now that I pay a monthly subscription for. I've had tons of people I donate to, whether it's with a throwaway card or my own card. So I ain't even gotta, I can show you the shit for it. What y'all call it, receipts? I can show you the shit for that. Hell, some of them know. And now for a show, you know? I always look out. One thing I will say about the music business, it was almost the same thing in the music business. And I learned very quickly. When it comes to the women are more thirsty than the men. The men will always get an opportunity one way or another, but the women, they don't always do it. So they're very more vicious. So what you find yourself doing a lot of times is you have to be more passive aggressive with the women than you actually do the men. The men know what the end game could be. Nigga laying on the floor, nigga with a bullet in him, nigga with a knife in him, anything. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the fuck these niggas live at. I don't live in the hood, but I live right next door to NYC. That's my stomping grounds. That's where I was at before I was back out here in Connecticut, beautiful Connecticut. I was there for 3.5 years before the pandemic started. And I was there doing when the pandemic was going on. I'll just talk about trauma and shit like that. Ain't nobody ever talked about my trauma. I ever had tried to have the conversation. You know why? Because these motherfuckers want you to be docile. That's why it's not a good idea to get with a black woman. You're fighting for power. You understand what I'm saying? And the only way the men can fight for power with a woman like that is to ultimately you gonna either some way or another end up doing something to them. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna challenge you in a physical way sooner or later. You're gonna put yourself in a position where you ain't got no choice. A bitch coming at you with a knife, bitch coming at you with a stun gun, something like you're gonna have to put them on the floor. So as an alternative, I avoid bitches like that. Personally or otherwise. You're a setup artist, Miss Pam. A bad setup artist, but a setup artist. And you just lied to your crowd today. You ain't got a lot of kicking, homie. You ain't got a lot of kicking. I had nothing against you, ma'am. I thought you were a stand-up woman. But evidently, this is who you really are. So, good luck to you on YouTube. I noticed I went a whole hour and a half. I ain't mentioned my Cash App not one time. You know why? Because I got to go block some more people because the only thing I have here is haters. Hey. And stop making up lies. I go to everybody. No, I'm reacting to niggas. That's why I had to play the AT2 for this so y'all understand. I didn't start nothing with that nigga. I didn't even know that nigga. I was talking to Jaguar Wright. You understand what I'm saying? Why the fuck do you have to mention me at the end of your video? I played that here in this podcast. So, Miss Pam, if you ever check in just now, you'll be able to see it. You'll understand why I was beefing with AT2. Later on, I got to explain why I had a problem with night and day. We could have finished it right there, whatever. But good thing we did because this was stand-up niggas. If them niggas want to donate $100 to me or whatever, we know why that was. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm gonna accept that. The 2 previous cash up they sent me, them niggas go tell you I sent that shit back to them. Ask them that. Why you ask them that, Miss Pam? Ask them that. I ain't put that shit up because I'm like, all right, well, we cool now. We in a better place. No more of that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move. If that's what niggas say it is, that's what it is. That's how I move. Like, there's no deviating from that. Now you go back on your word, you look like a sucker nigga. Either party. Me, myself, or them. She was trying to hype up the set. And I want to know who put her up to it. That's what I want to know. This ain't true, Pam. And I can't stand. I'm gonna tell you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm eating. I'm gonna tell you something. If you a woman and you tell me, yo, good thing I ain't got so and so here today, or you try to alert me of some nigga that's supposed to be the top nigga in your area, you know what I'm saying, around you or whatever, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? But when you do it without any probable reason to do it, then I got a problem with it. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say to that nigga you was talking about, hey, yo, homie, stay the fuck out of my business. You understand what I'm saying? Shit ain't got nothing to do with you. I don't give a fuck how long y'all been friends or none of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not bothering this woman. So when she come to you and tell you some fucking lie about some shit that I said to her that I didn't say to her, it's a fucking lie. The only thing she gotta do is rewind her shit. So before you become a full simp mode or some shit like that, because y'all little childhood friendship, please remember, man, listen, man, shit different with me, bro. Shit different, definitely different. Leave me the fuck alone. Don't you ever threaten me on motherfucking live on some sub shit, because that's what that was. Think I ain't peeped that shit? I said, oh, she trying to throw shots. Like I did something. This, like literally, like this shit making me mad now, because this bitch was literally on her shit, sitting up there, like trying to pump me. And I'm like, bitch, what the fuck are you trying to pump? I ain't even come at you like that. I sent both of them back. They sent me 2 joints. I sent both of them back. That's why I said niggas solid niggas. But why the fuck are you on? I don't discuss shit on your channel. I don't discuss shit on my channel about your cash. I don't talk about nobody's cash apps. You ain't never seen me sit here. That's why I said this is why you know this is a certain type of motherfucker that's after you. These women are demons, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you, that's some demonic shit that bitch did. She tried to sacrifice me. I don't respect that. Then she sitting with a crowd of bitches are sitting there like they really know me. Like, I don't recognize none of these bitches she's talking to. I'm like, who are these bitches she's talking to? Like, bitches is literally, let me tell you, bitches is literally coming into her shit. Talking about, yep, I don't like him either. And blah, blah. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? I ain't never seen you on my channel. So that means you either a motherfucker came onto my channel, completely didn't know what I was talking about, or you came over there when I was talking about shit that you liked. And as soon as I started talking about something you didn't like, now I'm an enemy. Now I'm wrong. Because I had bitches do that too. They'll come onto my channel and hear me say the word bitch. Oh, he's terrible. But when y'all say the word bitch like y'all did last night on King Payne's page, that wasn't a problem. That's some sucker shit. That's some sucker shit. I don't care how you look at it. That's some sucker. I know bitches that would say that's some sucker shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to, man, listen, man. I told Nate, man, I'm about to have my bitches start beating bitches up again. For real. I'm about to have my bitches start beating bitches up again. Like just pulling up bitches. Like that was it. Let me stop. Yo, shout out to Baltimore, man. I'm gonna have my bitches start pulling up and do you bitches dirty to be talking all loud and shit. I think that's what we need to do. And they ain't gonna be in the order you think it's gonna be in. That's the shit that's gonna surprise you. I think that's what we really need to do. All these loudmouth bitches out here, let me tell y'all male podcast or something. Start getting your female cousins to beat these bitches up. Beat these bitches up. All these loudmouth podcasts, I got do dirty bitches, tons of them. Annette been on the phone with one of my do dirty chicks. Crazy ass Dominican bitch named Poochie. That's my girl. Don't worry, you can have that name, Poochie. It's just Dominican, so don't worry about it. You can have that name. You can have that too. You know how many fucking Dominican Poochies they are? The fuck? And that ain't what we really call her. That's what I call her. Start having my do dirty bitches go see bitches, for real. Bitches be talking too much. Like, all right, I won't touch you. You understand what I'm saying? But when a bitch come out her mouth and be trying to suggest that, you know what I'm saying, some nigga got her, I'm like, what the fuck did you say that for? But that nigga's a real nigga. He know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And I hope that nigga listening. Nigga, do bitches get involved when niggas is arguing? Ask that nigga that. Ask that nigga you talking about, Pam. Ask that nigga, do bitches get involved when niggas is arguing? Go ask that nigga that. And if he say yes, then I know what the fuck I'm dealing with. I don't know. No Latinas that get involved in that shit. I don't know. Very few black girls that get involved in that shit. Most black girls, you get ready to fight or something, they move the fuck out the way. Like, bitch, move the fuck out the way for somebody to push you over. And we telling you that because we care about you. Like, get the fuck out the way. You need niggas to swinging and shit. Niggas might be falling out. Like, you don't know what's going on. I don't care if it's virtual or not. That means you do that shit in your real life, too. Getting involved in people's business and they ain't ask you. That's the real conversation. You getting involved in people's lives that didn't ask you for you. I didn't come to you, Miss Pan, ask for your help. You try to make me a motherfucking spectacle on your channel, and that's some sucker shit. That's some sucker shit. And whoever put you up to it, some sucker shit too. And somebody put you up to that. I don't know who put you up to that, but I know it wasn't night and day. That much I do know. I know it wasn't night and day. So we're going to figure out who put Miss Pam up, and now she want to be notorious. The notorious Miss Pam. All right, cool. Miss Pam, I'm going to give you one bite of advice. Don't fuck with me again. I shouldn't hear from you after this podcast. I shouldn't hear my name mentioned out of your mouth after this podcast. I should never even hear you mention of a fucking name of you in a sentence with me ever again. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not going to apologize to you. In fact, I'm going to say fuck you for motherfucking lying to your audience. I'm not going to apologize to that Schmeagle-looking bitch that's your sidekick either, that broke her way into a conversation that she had nothing to do with. I was very nice and respectful the whole time I talked to you, Miss Pam. And for you to take the initiative to pay me back after that is by going on and using a motherfucking sanction of your conversation in your podcast, which you facilitated. You brought them boys on the channel. You brought that bitch on the channel. You did that, and you didn't let neither one of us know she was coming, and you didn't let me know they was coming. So you was trying to feed your audience what you thought they wanted. You's a slick motherfucker. I give it to you. Bravo to you. But Miss Pam, don't fucking bother me, and I ain't gonna fucking bother you. You understand what I'm saying? And to the people over at the Crown family that's cool with me, because I seen a couple of y'all over there or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let me say this to y'all. To the bulk of y'all motherfuckers, I've always been respectful to y'all. I've always come over and said hello to y'all. I show y'all love. Y'all show me love back. And I just saw it started dwindling and dwindling and dwindling each time that a motherfucker left my channel because they got popped and they didn't tell y'all the truth, that these motherfuckers were over in somebody else's chat. That's why I got rid of the Discord shit, because the Discord shit was getting confusing because I was finding other niggas in Discord and I was watching how people would bounce back from King Payne shit to somebody else's shit. So I want to say this to them Crown family folks and make no, this is not under the guise of taking up for King Payne or any fucking shit like that either. Just saying how it is. To y'all motherfuckers that call yourself that Crown family and all that shit, some of y'all are some of the most lowborn motherfuckers I ever met in my motherfucking life. You bitch ass niggas sit around and star shit, talk shit. Y'all even talk about him and then come back over there and kiss his ass when y'all in front of his face. Hey, King, donate money to try to play it off and shit like that. Yeah, I caught you, bitch. And I know your names and I know who you are. You understand what I'm saying? Some of y'all that was in Miss Pam's chat today, I done seen y'all over at the ops literally having conversations, and then you'll circle back around with a narrative of the situation switch and come back over the Kingpin, or come back over the Not, or come back over to numerous different other people. Even AT too, he be having the issue too. It's because of you finicky ass motherfucking subs and subscribers and your demand to have nothing but motherfucking tarnations and trauma every day. And as a result of that, this is where the fuck YouTube is going. So if that's what y'all want to do, y'all do it. But I just want to say to y'all this. You understand what I'm saying? I want to say to y'all this. Every motherfucking month on my card, it go towards supporting the Crown family. You understand what I'm saying? And supporting that private space over there with motherfucking Kingpin. Another thing y'all don't know, a lot of times I donate to Kingpin just off the muscle. Haven't done it late because motherfuckers haven't been donating to me. But I always support the kids. So the same crown that y'all motherfucking talking about y'all on, I help fund that bitch. How about you?